Hi. So the thing about filming vlogs at night is that you just can't do it. It's really rude. You have to talk loudly and enunciate clearly so the camera can hear you, and when your sleeping patterns have been like mine and you've been at your most awake at about 3 in the morning, that's not really fair to do to your housemates. Of course, that's no excuse for not vlogging throughout all of today, so yes, that is my fault, I was lazy. But without further ado, this is what's been happening between last whenever and now. Okay, so on the day I made my last vlog, we went to see a few houses. I think that was the day, it was either the day or the day before. Anyways, we went to see a bunch of houses, looked hopeful, wrote out some applications, got prepared to hand them in. Then, Ali got a call from her old landlord, well, her mum's old landlord. Apparently their old house is back on the market and we got first dibs. It's a pretty big house, 3 bedrooms, nice sized yard, you know, it's a good place. Ali worships it because she's extremely emotionally attached to it, but objectively speaking, it's a good place and I really like it. So of course, with her obvious approval and my approval too, we snapped it up. We didn't think it would be available to at least September, which would obviously be too late. However, the previous tenants are getting evicted, so guess it's ours now. We've got enough money to pay bond and the first 2 weeks rent, which is, you know, the standard procedure for renting. And it looks like we'll be able to scrape enough to get electricity connected right away. If not, we'll have to wait a couple more weeks of just, you know, paying rent normally to be able to afford it. But that aside, yeah, we're good. We've got a place. And it's a good one. What do you know? Pardon if I don't look too excited. I've sort of had the excited phase and dealt with it and moved on. And now I'm just in the objective explaining phase, so yeah, that's how I function. Actually, yesterday was it yesterday? A couple of days ago. Anyway, one of those days was a particularly good day because a lot of good things happened. First, I went to the doctor and apparently I'm eligible for disability based on my mental condition. While I don't consider myself disabled and I won't be applying for the pension, which I'm totally eligible for, I instead got a note from the doctor saying I don't have to, I'm unfit to look for work, so Centrelink can't make me do job seeking in the next 3 months. 3 months? Yeah. This is because at the moment I have to look for work and study at the same time, while moving, while dealing with a bunch of other things as well, and the stress is just, it's really fucking with me. Did I mention I haven't taken my meds for like 2 weeks because I ran out and couldn't afford more? Yeah. I'm going to get some more tomorrow. So that was a big weight off my back, knowing that I wouldn't have to look for work in these next few weeks. I do have an appointment coming up with Centrelink, but it's just to solidify everything, I guess. I would normally be a bit worried about what they do, but since I do have definite proof, a note from a doctor, they can't do anything. And this will give me time to finish my studies and get that all sorted, because I was having a huge panicky breakdown about that as well. That's the thing about meds, you're on them and you think, oh yeah, I can function now, until you stop taking them and then you realise that you can't function without them. Also, just this night I've had a little spark awoken in me. A lot of my programmer friends are into doing startups, or rather supporting startups, you know, entrepreneur stuff. And my good friend Laura is practically a learning nut job, is bored unless she's doing something insanely creative and or beneficial, and entrepreneuring would be pretty much the only profession to suit her. She would just be bored shitless doing anything else. But she has sort of awoken that spark in me as well, just from a little talk we had tonight. And while I don't think I'm in any sort of position right now to begin entrepreneuring, it's something to think about, and by think about I mean prepare myself for. Because any preparation I do for this couldn't possibly hurt me as a person on the whole. Okay, so halfway through filming that last video, my camera up and died, and I really don't like refilming it. So in a nutshell, need to get my shit together, need to stop talking about it, need to actually do it. We'll get back to you later.